Are you ready?
Welcome back to another edition of the Steelers Podcast, where we, of course, talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want to thank y'all for continuing to like and subscribe to all my content. I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm a real passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And right now, the channel is growing very well, and I appreciate y'all. Still trying to tap into Steeler Nation. So hopefully I get some more people to come join and check out what I'm doing. I appreciate y'all. Anyway, we getting a little bit better, so I gotta play my here we go, John, because maybe we are going to the Super Bowl.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Steelers, here we go. Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we looking better. You know, I was kind of scared. I was kind of scared after the week 1. Week 2 was a little bit messy too. Week 3, we starting to climb, but that's what Mike Tomlin's teams do. They get better and better as the season progresses. So, anyway, I want you to stay tuned. Make sure you stay tuned at the end of the podcast, where I will be giving out my Bama of the week. But I'm not going to be negative and always harp on the bad things. So I'm going to add in outstanding player of the week as well at the end of the podcast. So make sure you stay tuned so that you can see who's going to win those categories. So anyway, I'm going to talk about the stats. We're going to go over some of the stats that occurred during the game, just so that in case you didn't see it, you'll be aware of what's going on. Kenny Pickett, he was 16 for 28 for 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. That was pretty good. I mean, average is decent. You know, it's better than what we've been seeing, but I'm going to talk about him a little bit later on in the podcast. So just stay tuned on that. Najee Harris, he had 19 rushes with 65 yards, a 3.4 yards per carry average. 17 was his long. Jaylen Warren chipped in with 8 rushes for 29 yards, a 3.6 yards per carry average. Now, you know, the standard is we want to get over 4 yards a carry. So they was a little bit below that. But overall, with the help of Kenny Pickett, the team rushed for over 100 yards, which is pretty decent. You know, that's always a goal. Warren's long was 11 yards. Kenny Pickett had a rush for 10 yards. That was his long. And he finished all the rushing with 11 total yards. Top receivers, George Pickens. He's stepping up. He's stepping up since DJ's done. Deontay Johnson's out. At least, you know, to probably after the bye. So Pickens, 4 receptions, 6 targets, 4 receptions, 75 yards. 32 yards was his longest catch. Calvin Austin, the speedster, 4.3 speed. He had 6 targets, only 2 catches though. 72 yards total. Wow. His longest was 72 yards. So he really must didn't do anything. Oh, man. One catch must have went for 0 yards. So that's probably one of those Matt Canada's famous wide receiver screens. Freiermuth, he had 4 targets, 3 catches, 41 yards, 1 touchdown. Of course, Austin had that touchdown too. His long was 14 yards. Allen Robinson, 4 targets, 4 catches, 24 yards. 8 was his long catch of the day. Jaylen Warren had 4 targets, 3 receptions, 23 yards. 16 was his long. The kicker, special teams did very well. Boswell 3 for 3 with the long of 57. Percy Harvin had 6 punts, averaged 53.8 yards per punt, and a long of 63. I'll get back to that later on in the podcast as well. Tackling, defense. Peterson, he had a better game. He's steadily getting better. I like him more in the slot than on the in the cornerback, in the slot role than on the ends. I don't know. It's just something about him on the ends. I'd rather have Joey Porter Jr. in there. For either, he got to replace one of them soon. He's just getting more snaps. He's getting better. He's getting more confident. So I'm going to see him a little bit more. But Peterson, I'll just go over a couple of the defenders. There's so many of them. But Peterson, he had 4 solo tackles. That's pretty good. 1 assist, 1 pass defense, and 1 interception. Of course, you saw his celebration. He was out of control, thinking he's surfing and stuff, But it's funny. I watched his podcast, and he was like, Steelers don't have any celebrations on defense. They just run up to the camera or run up, to the end zone to do nothing. He said, we're going to have to change that. He did. Because that was crazy. That was a crazy end zone celebration. Marcus Golden, he had a sack. Quan Alexander, that's the hitting machine, tackling machine. He had 5 solo tackles and 2 assists. All right. TJ Watt, come on. Depoy. He had 2 sacks. 2 solo tackles, 2 sacks. Fitzpatrick, he had a game. Mika had 7 solo tackles and 4 assists. He out there hitting. Levi Wallace, we'll get to him a little later on, but he had 4 tackles, 2 assists, 4 pass defenses, and 2 interceptions. And we had a few more that chipped in. So that's as far as goes for the stats. The game went pretty well for it to be in a road game. I thought we started off slow as usual. Things got a little bit better. And then, I don't know if you notice it, but when the fourth quarter comes, it's like heart attack football time. Because Pittsburgh was up by 16 in the fourth. I mean, almost halfway through the fourth. And what did they do? Give you what they do every single game. Give you heart attack football. It's so bad, I can't even watch the end of the game. They go in the prevent. They're just running the ball all the time. It's like they definitely not the Miami Dolphins. They're not the New England Patriots when Tom Brady was there. They're not the Kansas City Chiefs. They will never run up the scoreboard. They will never do it. Never. Once they're about 2 scores, they will run that clock out. It's them against the clock, which leads to heart attack football because we were up comfortably by 16 points. And what happens? Prevent. You let them score. Cut it to 8 because they got a 2-point conversion. Then they're traveling down. Like, we go 3 and out. I'm like, if they go 3 and out, I'm not watching. I can't. I'm not. They will not open up their offense. They are so conservative. All about killing that clock. They will run that ball 3 times in a row if they have to. Heart attack football. So anyway, they go 3 and out. They punt the ball. The dude returns to like almost 50-yard line. I'm like, nope, no, I can't. I can't. We win most of them. They somehow or another, they know the formula to escape. So we win most of the games. But I can't watch it. I can't. But anyway, they're on the 50, so I'm like, man, they in scoring position almost now. Like, it's going, Devontae Adams been destroying us all game. So I'm like, no. I can't do this. Anyway, what happens? They're driving. They say, oh, defense ends up holding them. We're like, oh, yeah, they're going to kick a field goal. Let them kick a field goal like a 47-yarder or something. What do? We get called for a penalty. And give them first downs and more chances. Put them in the red zone. Isn't that heart attack football? Mm-hmm. It is. In the red zone, we biting our nails. Because they could score and get a 2-point conversion and tie this thing up. Unbelievable. But the defense held strong. I don't know why they didn't go for it on 4th down. You're like on the 8-yard line. You don't go for it. You kick a field goal. Well, that pretty much won us the game because they did that. Because now you got to start all over again, and the time is against you. So, luckily they did that. We end up sealing the deal. But blood pressure, you need blood pressure checks, go and get them. If you're going to be a Steelers fan, this is... I don't trust the win until I see zeros, basically. I also heard earlier this week, or was it yesterday, Matt Canada is given a more prominent role on the offense. Like, okay. What was he doing before? Like, he couldn't even talk to him in the helmet or something? Like, what is going on? Like, what do you mean more prominent role? Like, oh my God. Then they explain, oh, he has access to him every day of the week now. Well, it's progressing slowly, but, and I don't even blame. First, I was there like everybody else. Matt Canada got to go. Blame is on Matt Canada, but I can't even blame it on Matt Canada when I look at the videotape and I see wide open wide receivers, and Kenny's not throwing it to him at all. That's concerning to me. Because I need a quarterback that's going to not be afraid. So, we'll talk about that, though. Hopefully it gets better. Let's go over the grades. The grades we have today. We're going to start off with the offense. I gave them a B-. Why? Let's talk about it like we were earlier. Kenny, you're too skittish. I'm watching wide open people. No. You scared to throw the ball. That offensive line is not going to hold forever like you're Brock Purdy, okay? You don't have that luxury. You see some, you got to be confident. Because once you get flustered and the rush is on you, your decision making gets worse. So I don't know if he's not seeing the field and you just locking on to one receiver when you need to be scanning the field. Maybe people need to wave their hands in the air like, I'm open. But we got to do something. Because the blame ain't all on Matt Canada. Kenny Pickett is in that horrible offensive line. What you going to talk about next? Offensive line is still struggling. This is true. And it's the same culprits I'm going to keep talking about. It's all of them, actually. It's all of them. They're all bad. But the worst of the worst is the left tackle and the center. You know. Dan Moore and Mason Cole. They are terrible. And Salomalo, I can probably pronounce his name wrong, butchering it or something. The new left guard we got, he's still learning. He's trying to gel with these new people. He got better. Chooks, on and off. He had an on and off day. Mason Crosby, he was all over the place. He's like, I'm trying to get you from over here. I'm going to get you from over here. I'm like, oh my God. We need to sign him. When he's a free agent, we need to pick that fool up. Because, Cam getting near the end, man. We need a psycho like that. Good God. He was annoying as I don't know what. I hope the Texans don't have any crazy defenders on defensive ends or defensive linemen like these last three we done had to face. Running game, like I said, as a total, they got over 100 yards with the help of Kenny Pickett, but people are talking about Najee. I don't like it. Najee's not the problem. Najee would go to the Eagles. He would go to the 49ers. He would go to Cleveland, and he would rush for 200 yards. Easily. Start looking past. Stop. You got to start looking past the actual offensive player. The skilled player. You got to look at the trenches. They're in the backfield on Najee. Almost every on time he rushes. Matter of fact, you see Najee in the backfield, it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. So, especially if Kenny's under the center. The offense is so predictable. But okay, let's say it is predictable. You still got to beat your man. And the offensive line as a whole is not doing it at all. But they haven't made any changes. I'm trying to see Broderick Jones in there. Please. What is he? Does he not understand the offense? I know Mike Tomlin don't like playing rookies like that, but come on. He'd be better than Dan Moore. Dan Moore's terrible. And y'all keep putting him out there. And watch he have a good game against Texans and stick around for the whole year. He is horrible. Mason Cole is horrible. We need, hopefully, Herbig. Can he play center? Please. I know he like a guard and all, but I think he can play center too. We need something. Switch somebody. Mason Cole got to go. They penetrate the middle all the time. Gotta go. Receivers, liking what they doing. DJ not there, and they still doing what they got to do. Austin, he's stepping up. Pickens, he's stepping up. Freiermuth, hey, got another touchdown. Stepping up. Just keep doing what you're doing. I like in this receiving core. All right, that's enough on the offense. Let's get on this defense. I gave the defense a B-2. The defensive line, they did a better job stopping the run. I've been getting on, look at my other podcasts, I've been destroying Martavius Adams. He actually was pretty decent this game. Loudermilk, I didn't see him a lot. I don't even know if he played a lot. But he didn't stand out, so he probably was horrible. But I'm not sure. But them two I've been blowing up because they've been the primary nose tackles. Everywhere else on the line, they did what they had to do. I like the pressure they had. The pressure, they was getting pressure. Stopping the run. Jacobs didn't do nothing compared to how he was last year. He's been terrible this year, and we continue to trend. D-line did what they supposed to do. Linebackers, they played well. Even in coverage, they played well. They was getting them nice sticks, hitting them. Those running backs, I ain't got no complaints. Secondary, man, my man, poor Levi Wallace. Woo! Hey, people say, "Oh, Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, we got the great defense. We got a great defense. We got okay defense." They give up mad yardage. And Devontae Adams destroyed Levi Wallace. Like, what did he have? Like 20 targets? Like 17 catches or something? Let me see. How many catches did he have? 13 receptions, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Bro! Yo! Zell! You! I would say in any other conditions, I would say you got cooked. I would say that. But I ain't even gonna lie. My man Levi Wallace, he stepped up. Because he was getting picked on. He had 4 pass breakups. 2 interceptions. Hey, gave up 2 touchdowns, but he got 2 interceptions. He fought back. That's all you could ask for. You know, but the defense would have had an A if it wasn't for Levi Wallace. I had to give him a B- because you're just giving up too many yards. We got to stop that. We got to be dominant and on all phases. We already lead the league in sacks. We lead the league in defensive scoring. We up there in takeaways. I don't know. We may be leading in that as well. But secondary, tighten it up. All right. Special teams. Special teams did the daggone thing. I ain't gonna lie. 3 for 3. Boswell. 57 long. And if the Pro Bowl started today, Percy Harvin would be in the Pro Bowl. Percy Harvin would be in the Pro Bowl if it started today. Unfortunately, we lead the league in punts. So, of course, he got a whole lot of stats. But after Mike Tomlin got in that ace in the press conference, he been all world. He will be in the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl vote him in. He's the AFC punter. Guaranteed. He need to keep up that good work. All right, so stay tuned for the last segment. All right, we're going to finish up our week 3 post-game analysis by giving out or congratulating our outstanding player of the game as well as our Bama of the week. So, our outstanding player of the game goes to none other than Percy Harvin. And Percy Harvin, he had a game. You know, ever since Tomlin threw him under the bus, he has been outstanding. Booming kicks. Booming them in the air. Like I said earlier, he would be in the Pro Bowl if it started today. In the game, he has 6 punts, 53-point average, 63 long, 3 punts inside the 20. He leads the league with punts inside the 20. Now, I know some of y'all want to say, TJ Watt, I expect that from TJ Watt. 2 sacks a game. On an average of getting 34 sacks in the season. I'm expecting that. But I got to give a shout out to other people. And Percy Harvin is impressing me. He single-handedly changed the game in the second half with accurate in the 20 punts. He did his thing. Long hang time. That last play, he pinned him way deep so that Garoppolo, Jimmy G, had no choice but to throw that pick to Levi Wallace to seal the game. So, Percy Harvin is the outstanding player of the game. And now, what you all been waiting for. It is time to announce the Bama of the Week. Every week, we got a Bama. In this week, our Bama of the week is Dan Moore. Dan Moore, you are the Bama of the week. You are terrible, sir. You've been terrible all season. You've been getting destroyed all season. All season. I mean, put in Broderick Jones. This has been a S show by Dan Moore. He got to go. And that's how I'm going to end the show. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, spread the word. Steeler Nation, I need you. Okay? I'm trying to converse with my Steeler faithful. You know what I'm saying? Here we go, nation. Let's go. Matter of fact, man, let me go ahead and end this thing with my man, Roger Wood. Because we going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the law.
Nah, that's my Renegade. This one, Roger Moore. My bad.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Steelers, here we go. Pittsburgh's gone to the Super Bowl.
Peace!